Hello everyone, this is Frogz Master 595, and today we are looking into two very nice looking frogs. Two very hippity hop frogs. Two extremely lit frogs. Today is not about their Target exclusives. No. He doesn't even have a Target exclusive, for he, the original one, was sold at a Target. Targets, I should say. And him, well, obviously he's at Targets or Walmart's. But let's get started. Because it's not about Targets today. So I like to move it, my boy. No cha-cha slide for you. Most people know about that. We're talking about Rite Aid. The Rite Aid exclusives of these two. Now, sure, the boxes may have not said Rite Aid exclusive, but here's the thing. They were different. Little Rite Aid, little chummy. They're not going to put that they're different in a way. No. They think no one will be able to tell. But trust me, people found out, and I did too. So let's talk about it. Jump around. Here's a Rite Aid version of him. After all, he's here in this video, so you know he's gonna. And most people know about the jump around Rite Aid version too. So first off, a difference, the size. Obviously, this one is taller. And if I did have a Rite Aid one, the Rite Aid one would be smaller. But you may be wondering, well, you should have a Rite Aid. Well, it's not really my fault that I don't have a Rite Aid version, because guess what? Here's the next thing. The Rite Aid version of Jump Around is a lot more rare. Most of the time you're going to get a normal Jump Around that was sold at Target. Not Target exclusive, don't get mixed with that, but a regular Jump Around sold at Target. They would not have a Target exclusive of Jump Around if the original one was already sold at that Target. So, yeah, don't get that idea, but don't worry, that's not the only difference, okay? It's not just physical differences, it's not just looks. So yes, size difference, of course, the Rite Aid one is smaller, but there's a skin cover difference too. The Rite Aid one does not have this skin cover. It doesn't have the little flappy flaps, so obviously the Rite Aid ones are going to get more scratched. I don't know why they didn't put the skin cover, don't ask me that, that's really weird why they wouldn't have, but at least it's a difference. And third thing, kind of already said this, but the Rite Aid one is more rare. So you're not going to find it that easily. But it's not extremely rare. I mean, you can still find it on eBay. But it's going to take a little more time to find it. But, yes, there's still one more difference, though. And that's the recording. Okay, so there is a difference with the recording. It's actually a bit of a difference, because there's a few differences. So, first off, there's actually a movement difference. So it doesn't really affect the recording much, but later it kind of does. So the movements. This is kind of like with the rabbits, basically, and with the Valentine's Day Jump Around Frogs. But with the Rite Aid one, when it does the bum, 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 that part, the arms will move. While in this one, as you can see, doesn't do it, but the Rite Aid one definitely does. So, that's something too. Another difference is that towards the parts where it's singing Jump Around, this one will kind of go Jump Around, and it'll say Jump Around a little bit faster. It'll go Jump Around, Jump Around. The other one kind of takes pauses rather than this one. And Animatronic King's video shows that a little bit better. But there is that difference. And mainly not much with the jump around part, but also when it's just making its ah noises, that's where you can hear the difference. While with these, you know, just that part's different. Now, there's still one other part, but it's not too much of a big difference. Those are just the main differences with this one. Again, Animatronic King's video would show the recording differences a little bit better than what I can, but when it does the ah part, you can tell that there's a difference. I think you know what I mean by the parts. And then, of course, the bump, bump, bump it doesn't move its arms or its head at all. So, yeah. The original one will not. Rite Aid one will. Don't get confused by that again. But that's all for him. It's about this guy now. This dude. Now, surprisingly, he doesn't have that many differences, actually. He actually only has one. Yes, he only has one difference. And that would be the skin cover. The Rite Aid one, I think you should know this by now, because to jump around, but Rite Aid one does not have skin cover. So that's one thing. There also is another thing. Now, I'm pretty sure this is true, but of course it may not be true, but the Rite Aid in the clubs, I think are more high-pitched. Same for this. That's what I've seen. That's what I've heard. So, Rite Aid versions could be higher pitch. That's what I think. That's not a confirmed thing, though. So, jump around in the club. They have some differences with their Rite Aid versions. And the Rite Aid ones, they're probably a little bit cooler than these ones. In the club, really, this would be better. I like the skin covers on the frogs more. Even if there's that annoying frog that can't keep its skin cover on and then it's always dangling off and it just looks dumb on it. But Rite Aid one for this, still, if it doesn't have the skin cover, still, I mean, it's got a little bit of a better recording in my opinion anyway, and I think Jump Around would look a little cooler short, actually. A little bit shorter. Now, I do think, though, that the Rite Aid Jump Around being shorter will make it a little bit fatter. That's what I would think, anyways. I think that would make sense, but that's just what I think. But that was a explanation video of the Rite Aid differences of these two. And still, the jump around was a little bit confusing for me to talk about because the recordings, there are 3 differences. And the second one, you have to listen really carefully. I don't exactly know which part, but it's not a big difference. The other 2 are bigger differences, so the other part, you won't really be hearing much of a change. But still, these 2, they're lucky to have 2 other brothers. They are lucky. But that's a Rite Aid video. No, not a Rite Aid. A Frogz Master video. Oh no, not a Frogz Master video. A Frogz Master 595 video. And there you go. That's a video where the frogs don't make fun of me for once. Alright, well, you know what I have to do now. I have to do it at some point, so might as well get this over with. Peace.